first down. They'll start out with Akers. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On first down, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and they come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Lions will take over. This drive out on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mills throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Slot man moves right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Mills. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
First down, Mills. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Second down at 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing, Mills. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team around to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on first down with Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fields going to hold on to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mills now. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Our first down throw for Mills. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mills. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows?
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and goal. Mills. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Now Mills. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Mills on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Here's Hines. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mills nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Lions 24, Bears 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Mills now looks to throw on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Jameson Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
A final Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. In a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mills to throw it. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more on that one and another first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Mills. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third down, here's Mills. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 47 yards. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, it's Fields. Quick slant finding Claypool. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Fields on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jarnell Mooney, 43 yards. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fields trying to throw for it. That's caught. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
That's good. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Hines. No gain on the play there. Second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Mills. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Here's Mills. And Shark calls it in. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 5 now. Fields. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a first down throw. Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mills. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They run with Hines, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA. The Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To throw again on second down. Fields. He's got Claypool. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fields now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Well, this was a